Anybody home? Come on out, everybody! It's time to play!
You're crazy.
I'm not crazy, I just don't give a fuck! Smoking bars outside this time, and I wanna know what the fuck you're doing with my time!
Oh, I kick ass for the Lord.
What's up, you weird horror sci-fi loving movie freaks, and welcome back to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host as always, Jay Schatzer, and today I have a really interesting, strange, unusual flick lined up for us. It is the 1964 black and white sci-fi horror amalgam by Jack Curtis. It is The Flesh Eaters, and this one is freaky, weird, and actually beautifully shot, surprisingly. But let's jump right into it, shall we? Here is The Flesh Eaters. So, The Flesh Eaters is a strange beast, to say the least. It's shot in black and white, looks absolutely beautiful, but its premise and overall narrative and the antagonist, which there's multiple, are strange to no fault of the movie, because it makes it more entertaining and just more enthralling to see what absurdity is going to come on the screen. But let's talk about the premise. The premise of the film is there is a pilot named Grant Murdoch who is commissioned to take a starlet and her assistant across the country to some premiere or something that's going on, and they need to get there pronto. Even though Grant says there's a storm coming, so we'll be lucky if we can make it through the storm. But they set off anyways, and when they do come in contact with the storm, they have to land on a secluded, deserted island and kind of hunker down for the night. But while they're there, they kind of meet another man out there named Professor Peter Bartell. And Mr. Bartell is studying amoebas and sea life and things like that. And other stuff that we'll get into. Yeah, once they're there, they kind of come to find that there is some kind of flesh-eating bacteria in the water that won't let them leave. So even after the storm is gone, they are stuck there, and they are just trying to figure out how to get off of there. But they might not be among friends, the pilot and the starlet and the assistant. The professor might be up to some shenanigans, and I guess determined on what version of the movie you've seen is how evil the guy is, because I did not have the far evil stuff that I'm seeing some of the story is in another release that came after the theatrical release. But yeah, the main actors on display are Brian Sanders plays Grant Murdoch. He does a really great straight heroic man. No comedic stuff about him. He's just very serious, and he just wants to get the job done. And then once that falls to the shitter, he has to figure out a way to get off the island. He's very focused like that. And then the professor is played by Martin Kozlak, and yeah, he's a sinister son of a bitch. Really whiny in parts. He's very forward. He tries to take one of the women when they're away from the other people, and then you come to find that he's even more diabolical with the experiments. And what I mentioned before is, like, there's two versions of the film, because I saw no Nazi stuff in this one, but apparently he's a Nazi scientist who's doing experiments, and they show like a sequence of like human experiments on people, and they didn't show that in this version of mine for some reason. But the starlet of the picture is Laura Winter's character, and she is played by Rita Morley. And she does a really good job because she's kind of a bitch in the beginning. And then she's very a diva-like character, ordering people around, stuff like that. And then when they get kind of stranded there, she's kind of fending for herself and out of her element, and kind of uses her feminine wiles to kind of get in close with the professor and kind of survive that way. And then last but not least is Jan Letterman, the character, and she's the assistant who kind of has a love affair with Grant. And then she's played by Barbara Wilkin, and she does a great job too. Very beautiful, very kind of a damsel in distress and things like that. But she does have a backbone. But as for the actual antagonist, aside from the professor, the amoebas, the flesh-eating bacteria stuff, they are strange to say the least, because they start off as just sparkly kind of light in the water, not very imposing, but then it eventually grows and morphs into some crazy monster by the end of the film. It's batshit crazy what it eventually falls into, and it's almost admirable how over the top and such a big scale the film really does come to at the climax. It goes crazy. It just really goes crazy. And some of the shots, I don't even know how they even produce some of these shots, because they really are spectacularly weird, but very ambitious. So you got to give the movie credit there. But overall, like I said in the beginning, it's very shot very beautifully on black and white film. And a lot of the compositions, the lighting, cinematography, and things like that are very impressive for such a low-budget kind of schlock movie. But there are some awesome gore effects, intestines and stuff like that, blood. It pushes the envelope for that time period. But yeah, Jack Curtis does a really great job on this one. It's just a weird, bizarre film that definitely is up my alley, because I like the weird stuff. But I love that classic black and white look. And it's a beautiful blend, the two. And the characters are just wild, very strange and unusual. But yeah, highly recommend The Flesh Eaters. A fantastically weird experience that, if you like black and white films of the 60s era, and you love creature feature films, especially one that has like kind of people surviving in a situation where they're isolated from the rest of the world, you'll love this one. It's really got that kind of quality to it. Very abysmal, and like a lot of solitude, where the characters are kind of desperate and they need to get out of the situation. But yeah, awesome film. But guys, that's it for me. Hopefully you like that one. Hopefully you like what I'm doing here. If you do, please like and subscribe. And if you have time, leave a comment below, because I love hearing from you guys. But until then, I will see you all at the next Lucid Nightmare. Peace.